Hey guys, how to not be complacent. You know what name is necessary in this intro? Christ. How to not be complacent. Christ gave you a gift. God, love. If you do not believe in Christian way of living, that's okay. For you it's okay. For me it's not. Because I like to stand on truth. Okay, so the truth is this. God is love, okay? So I love you and God is love. If a brother or sister does not love his brother or sister, then he declaring he is a Christian or he declaring he is love knows not love anyway. Love, forgiveness, charity, peace, kindness, strength, boldness, full liberty, full freedom, full liberty. Identifying in spirit, not as mortal. Identifying as he that has the giant Christ within. Now we'll start from here. If you had the giant Christ within, if you could not fail, and you have a gift from God, that God has given it to you, it's a responsibility now. So you have a responsibility, but if you do not know what that gift is, if you do not know a vision, you do not have certainty, if you do not even have a plan, you've got nothing, you'll flounder, you'll waste years. You'll waste God's precious resources. You are a divine being, believe it. You have a purpose for being alive. You have greatness within you. Do not look at the giants on the outside and think that they're greater than you, because they're not, because we all have an opportunity at this. Let me share with you a story. I got in the car, I started driving an hour and a half. God told me left, right, slow. Put on the foot on the brake, a little bit more, harder, slower, softer. I knock on the door. And I say to this lady, if I can help somebody, because God sent me to their door. An hour and a half of driving, I went out into the bush. God told me you'll know when you see it. I see 2 sports cars, and I love sports cars. A Supra and a couple of Holdens. I love the Supra better. That Supra was for sale, about $15,000. Now that thing's worth so much more. He didn't know his value, didn't know its value, right? Some people do not know their value. I didn't humanly know, I spiritually knew. I gave up my will for God's will. I followed the seed. I followed the truth, the full spiritual reliance on God, and I became way more successful. The senses were God's senses. He sent me to the clients. I had 251 clients in 6 months. Made millions of sales for a company I was working for. Actually, I was working for God, not for them. I own that. And I didn't stand on the shoulder of giants. I had a giant within me. It's different. Within me. Not divided from, not outside of me. Every step within me. I was safe, no matter what. And, you know, people trying to challenge the spirit within. No, we put that rubbish on the cross. We put that on the cross, right? We put that to death. The lies, the deceit, and we started from a principle of spirit. Knocked on the door, the lady says, give me a moment. She comes back 5 minutes later, the child comes out, flabbergasted, she was pale in her face. She comes out and says, the guy comes out and says, who are you, why are you here? I said, I told you why I'm here. Looking for people that need an opportunity and specific to study and know what they do best with the least amount of effort and be successful. And he's like, oh, he was talking to his mum, and he said he needed to do a course to learn something so he could be better, he could get a job, or he could be something, you know. And he was waiting for me. If I didn't get in that car and drive right now, because the Lord Christ, the giant in me, knew who else was in Christ that needed my help. If I didn't get in that car and just drive and just believe, then he would have been waiting. But on the second, on the moment that he said it, I knocked on the door. And that's what Christ will do, is you walk with a giant. So let me help you. walk with a giant like I have and earn $10,000 a week from the beginning of saying it, conceiving the idea, having the faith. Because when I got in that car, I already had helped that guy. You have to start with the being of already having it, trusting it, having it, doing it, and then you have it actually in one go, and you just act on it as steadfast in faith and spirit. And to not be deceived by what you see, but be the truth, and know that I am the truth, I am the life, and I am the way. He is within. It's the truth inside, and you deserve nothing less than to stand on the principle of truth. Let me help you know what you do best with the least amount of effort. Make $10,000 a week doing it. To help hundreds of people do. Every moment I conceive the idea.